Okay, when we last left off, we acquired some livestock. We actually have some chickens now. The farm is still growing, so there's that. We also had a bit of trouble with our workers. Let me just meddle with the sound here. Turn that up, and hopefully this will be okay now. Okay, so we had some chickens, which is kind of fun because Easter has passed last week. Did that just... oh, okay. We don't have a merchant. It's been a while since I played Banished, so bear with me here. We have a chapel, we built a graveyard, we have a town hall, and we are producing vastly more food than we're using up, so that's a good thing to have. Well, it sometimes helps to switch back to longer time spans just to see how you're doing with food. We will increase the storage capacity once we have farms, because farms will give you a lot of food in autumn. They don't do that well until then. Also, this seems to be a new death, so we're down to one laborer, which kinda sucks, because I don't want to cut back on anyone else. I suppose I might. Let's just check how we're doing with food. We have a few eggs, not many, mostly because I think they're all used for breeding new chickens. We have some leather, we have some onions, we even have some stone and some iron, not so much wood, which makes sense because we only have 2 foresters anymore. How much fish do I have? Not that, that. Okay, not too much. I suppose I could... yeah, I'll release one fisherman, just so we have 2 laborers again. This is a bit troubling because right now there is not much I can do. We've hit the time when the first settlers die. Well, they have died already, and you have to replace them. So right now the population has reached a halt, so I'll just show you that here. This lovely graph. So as you can see here, we've been steadily... oh no, that's food. I want population. Ugh. So yeah, but you see here we've been steadily climbing up from 0 to something around 8, 10 with the children, to almost 30, well, 25 I suppose, and now we're back down because we've hit that time when people started dying. So this was a time when people were born but didn't die, but now they started dying, and that puts us in a difficult situation. Oh well, we've almost filled this first barn. What I'm trying to say is, right now we actually have to wait for nomads, or I have to build a ridiculous amount of houses. Although, wait a moment, we actually have 10 families and 13 homes, so even more houses won't serve us any purpose. They will just be there, and I will probably build more houses. Not now though, because we're really short on wood. So might do something else here. And it's currently just a waiting game, basically. I have to wait for new things. Also, I hope the audio turns out right in this episode, because I'm talking a bit low, simply because it's kind of late. It's actually 1:30 in the morning now. Last week's have been stressful. I'm going to record a Towns episode to tell you about that. Later, I suppose. Still have things to do. And of course I kind of want to record Banished now. Okay, even though nobody seems to watch those anyway, so at least not right now. At the time of this recording, the last episodes still have a solid 0 views, but I'm having a fun time, so I don't really care. Again, I'm glad I'm not doing this for money, because then I would have a very hard time coming in. But right now, it's things are fine. I think I already mentioned that the cemetery, those graves will decay, so I think after about 10 years they will disappear again. So we can put way more than 66 people on those on this graveyard. We will eventually have it filled, especially if we get hit by a disaster. Especially tornadoes are dangerous for that. Tornadoes kill lots of people, they destroy many buildings, and they also kill deer, so if you have a bad luck, you might actually run out of deer on a map. It hasn't happened to me, but most of them have disappeared in one of my older games. And I think the tornado hit about 3 groups of them and completely wiped them out. And I'm not sure that new deer will migrate onto the map. I kinda doubt it. They're also supposed to avoid civilization, which they don't seem to be aware of. I mean, they are standing around this crate of fish, which is something nobody bothers picking up. Okay, we are low on wood, so we're back to 3 laborers, which means I want 1 more forester. Just look at this, it's looking kind of nice, doesn't it? Yeah, this is pretty much 1 deer over the entire season. 1 hunter is kind of inefficient. And I'm kind of tired. Okay. So we also built a boarding house, which is currently not in use, which is something I'm fine with. I don't really want the boarding house to be in use. Also, where are my laborers? I know I'm low on logs. I was hoping you could change that. How's our herbalist doing here? She hasn't produced. Our herbalist hasn't produced anything this season, which might be because the trees are not old enough yet. Or maybe we felled the last ancient tree, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's a point I usually hit when I am just low on everything. I hit this several times. Okay. Let's just venture further into the realms of nature and destroy some things. We will kill off all this. And this. This should both rectify our wood problem here, because we will need firewood. You literally burn through a lot of that. It will also give us a few more things. It will give us some healthy log stockpiles, which is also pretty useful. 11 chickens, so things are speeding up here. And it will fill our stores, which is not that useful, although I can live with it. It's not a big deal if those are full, because you will eventually use up things again. I'm also having a bit of a itchy throat. I don't think it's going to be a full-blown cold again, or even a flu or something. My friend managed to keep catching the flu every time it pops up. I think this time even out of the usual flu season. He recently messaged me on Skype that he actually managed to catch the flu again or something. Okay, so right now, as I said, I'm just waiting for nomads to happen. Sorry about that. And I'm not sure whether I should or should not actually put this up on YouTube. Also, we are full on firewood, so I suppose the woodcutter can now double as our blacksmith. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable idea. We'll fill up on the tools and then I'll have him act as my tailor. And then it's probably going back to woodcutting because I don't think he will take that long to actually get us back to 50 tools. I'd like to get some edibles into that barn here as well. Because if that one burns down, we will have a lot of trouble with supplying the village with food. Although I suppose if that barn burns down, we also have a lot of grilled venison. Look, it even has onions and herbs, so it's probably a great barbecue. Although you might want to hurry up with eating stuff. Also, I know it takes a lot more than just having the stuff near each other and burn it to cook something, so please do not yell at me for that. And I don't really want to think about the genealogy of those people, because we started with 8 and now we're at 20. So at some point we're going to hit the genetic bottleneck. Well, actually we have already hit it, so some nomads make things a lot less awkward. Because at some point, of course, our family trees would all be tightly interwoven, and I don't really want that. Alright, we built a well here as well. I remember not noticing that construction site and wondering what's taking people so long with building. We found another family here. Keep mixing those up. We're still at 10 families. This person can die at some point. And this person will soon move out to found a family as well. Oh look, we have a female cleric. I wonder which religion that is. Quite sure it's not Catholicism, because in whatever season we're living in, quite sure there were no women allowed as priests. How much did you produce? You produced a fair amount of eggs, not too many. But I think it's fine. It's going to be more when we actually hit 35. I'm somewhat tempted to move this up to 37, because screw this. Although I think having it up at the maximum kind of slowed down the production of things. No, it seems it vastly slowed down the production of food. Especially of meat, because creatures wouldn't be butchered anymore. But that might just be me imagining things, so it might also have been an issue of the earlier version I played. I think the game was patched a few times after it's been released, and I didn't bother downloading those updates. So yeah, my fault there. Also, the game just started with a video message, video crash message, so I was kind of afraid it would record it all. Well, I couldn't get it to run at all, but luckily it seems to have worked out fine. I'm gonna have to check the video later on, but it seems to have worked. At least from what I can tell. Okay, I'm gonna end the episode here because I have about 2 seconds left, or maybe more than 2, but my phone should actually, there it is. So there's the countdown. Oh, we're back to 3 laborers. I'm going to turn one of them back to a forester, and then I'm going to end the video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.